Welcome everybody, IAmAMusicNerd here. I know it's been a while, but I'm here to do my reaction to the Grammy results and kind of reflect on some of the predictions that I made a couple months earlier. I know it feels a little weird, the Grammys being in March. I mean, usually it's like around Super Bowl time, but I don't know about you guys, but I think having it in March doesn't feel that weird at all. Letting the Grammys kind of have its own moment away from the Golden Globes and the Super Bowl and all that stuff, felt like a nice change of pace. It's springtime. The performers were dressed like it was spring. Definitely Harry Styles dressed like it was springtime. But if you enjoy the content of this channel, if you enjoyed this video, show your support, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're a return subscriber, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new content. Let's talk about record of the year first. This went to Billie Eilish for the second year in a row. Man, this girl is racking up Grammys like Sonic the Hedgehog is racking up rings. I mean, she has like 7 or 8 Grammys before 20 years old. I would say that Everything I Wanted is a much better song than Bad Guy. At this point, if I hear Bad Guy again, I'm ready to jump in front of a moving car. It was great the first time that I heard it on the album, but now that's been overplayed to death on these commercials and promos, it's just like, all right, it's enough. But at least for Everything I Wanted, it's a nice, subtle song. It was one of my favorite songs in my Best of 2020 Hits list. Props to her. She's the 3rd artist in Grammy history to win in this category in 2 consecutive years. I think it was U2 and Roberta Flack. And, her coming off the documentary, and, she is the biggest name in music right now. And she's not even 20 years old. It's unbelievable. Like I said, probably thought that they're gonna give it to Beyonce, maybe even Dua Lipa here, Megan Thee Stallion, but not mad that they gave it to Billie Eilish for another year. At least it was for a song that I thought was poignant and much needed in 2020. Album of the year, Taylor Swift winning it for the 3rd time in this category. She's the first female to ever do that. She wins it with Folklore. I'm looking at this category, not completely shocked that she won it. I think that Folklore is one of her better albums. I know a lot of people have Taylor Swift fatigue, and she always wins in these big categories in the Grammys. She won it for Fearless, and she won it for 1989. I think she's the first artist to ever win an album of the year in 3 different decades. I don't know that that's ever been done, but that's pretty crazy considering that she's not even 35 years old yet, so she has a long way to go. She could win this category for every decade, so on. I think Folklore is probably a better recipient for this than Fearless in 1989. I mean, I think 1989 being awarded Grammy Album of the Year over To Pimp a Butterfly is going to go down as one of the more egregious snubs in recent Grammy history, considering how To Pimp a Butterfly, I think, has aged a lot better than 1989, but then I'm giving it the Folklore here. I'm not mad at it. Didn't really have a begging favorite, I mean, as long as Coldplay didn't get it, I would have been satisfied. Song of the year, going to her for I Can't Breathe, and I thought that probably they'd give it to Beyonce, or maybe even Taylor Swift in this category, maybe Billie Eilish too, but I think her, who seems to be in the Grammys every single year now, well-deserved. She's a star on the rise. She's definitely going to be represented in, these categories in the Grammys. They seem to love her. And I think for a song like this, for the moment that we had last year, it's, the Grammys likes to nominate and award these type of poignant songs that capture the moment. They did with This America a couple years back, and, they're going to do it here with I Can't Breathe. So yeah, I mean, well-deserved award to her. We go to Best New Artist, which, it's one of those categories that I roll my eyes at because, a lot of these artists that are nominated in this category have been releasing music for maybe 3 or 4 years. So how are they new? I don't understand. Megan Thee Stallion got this award, and I saw her speech, very emotional. She had one of the biggest 2020s of all these musicians, and going through the Tory Lanez drama. I think it's well deserved here. My only thing here is that she's already released projects in the past since 2017, 2018. I don't know how she wins Best New Artist, but whatever. You know, with the Grammys, take what you can get, I guess. Let's go to the pop category. Best Pop Solo Performance, Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. I'm not in love with this song. Love and sex and food thing has kind of been done to death. It's an okay song. I would have much rather had Adore You in this category and win. I like that song way better than Watermelon Sugar, but you know, Watermelon Sugar was the bigger song, went number one. Doja Cat could also won here, Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa, even Taylor Swift. Anybody but Justin Bieber would be a great recipient to win this award. If Yummy had won this category and Blinding Lights didn't even get nominated, I probably would be just ranting in this video for 15 minutes. Best Duo Group Performance, Rain On Me by Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. Not a shock here. I know a lot of BTS stans are mad that they didn't get a Grammy, but they're gonna be alright, guys. They're gonna be around for a long time. Rain On Me, like I said, one of my favorite hit songs of last year. Like I talked in that video, kind of a 90s house throwback. And I thought it was well done. Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande really balanced each other well, and it seemed like they were having a blast making this track. One of the few songs that I thought, if clubs were open last year, this would have killed. This would be even a bigger hit last year, but for what it was, pretty good pop song. Best Pop Vocal Album, going to Dua Lipa. I think this is the only Grammy that she got in the night. I thought she won more, to be honest with you. Thought she was gonna win maybe Album of the Year, Song of the Year, but Pop Vocal Album kind of capped to a great year. Best Male Performance, Body Count. Listen, my man has been catching criminals on SVU, and now he's like winning Grammys. So happy for him, happy for Body Count. You know, 30 years ago, they wrote a song called Cop Killer, and they almost got banned, and now 30 years later, they're being recognized for the Grammys. So it all comes full circle. Best Rock Song, Stay High for Brittany Howard. Although this is not a rock song, like there's no guitar solos, and there's no like blistering, like, you know, edgy, like rock her in this song. It's a nice, sweet, mellow song, but, you know, I'm happy for Brittany Howard. I'm a huge fan of her, huge fan of Alabama Shakes. I don't know what the state of that band is currently, if they're gonna get back together. I hope they do, but I quite enjoyed her solo album, Jamie. Not one of my favorite songs from that album, but nice little song. Glad that she got rewarded for it. Best Rock Album, going to The Strokes. Congrats to them winning their first ever Grammy. I thought, you're looking at the nominees, I think it was the best album to win this category. The Strokes have been around for 20 years and been long overdue since they got a Grammy. New Abnormal was a great return to form. It's one of my favorite albums of last year. Congrats to them for getting a Grammy finally. Best Alternative Album, going to Fiona Apple. And like I said in the predictions, I assumed that they were gonna give to her. It was more of a coronation award. You know, she got huge acclaim from this record. And, you know, for Fiona to finally get a Grammy in this category after being nominated for years, you know, putting out great work for decades. Even though I personally would have thought Brittany Howard, Tame Impala, you know, should have gotten in this category. Those were albums that I enjoyed more. Can't be mad at Fiona Apple for finally winning in this category. In the R&B category, Beyonce, Black Parade winning Best R&B Performance. Not a shock there. She was the favorite to win in this category. Best Progressive R&B Album, which we all know if The Weeknd was nominated, he probably would have won in this category. But shout out to my man Thundercat. I enjoyed It Is What It Is. It's a win not only for him, but a win for Dragon Ball, Do-Rags, everywhere and all around the world. Going to the rap category, Savage winning Best Rap Performance with Beyonce. Probably would have thought that Lil Baby would get here with The Bigger Picture, or Big Sean, Nipsey Hussle, Diva Reverence. Yeah, you know, Savage, it's been overplayed. It's one of the most popular songs of last year. But for what it was as a performance, Meg Thee Stallion killed it. So did Beyonce, and I think that it was well deserved. Best Melodic Rap Performance by Anderson .Paak with Lockdown. One of my favorite songs of last year came at a time where, you know, with the George Floyd protests and COVID, all of Anderson .Paak's frustration, pretty much the country's frustration, packed into this little 3-minute song, and it's well done. And shout out to Anderson .Paak, also killing it with Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars. I can't wait to hear how that album comes out. Best rap song went to Savage. Thought thought that was gonna go to the bigger picture here. Bigger picture, in terms of what the Grammys are going for, like poignant, timely songs that tackle what's going on in the world. But like I said, Savage was a monster of a hit. You can't deny that was one of the biggest songs of the year. Best rap album going to Not a Shock Here, King's Disease with Nas. Even though personally I thought the album is kind of lukewarm, you can't deny that Nas, what he's done for hip-hop. I mean, the guy is a legend. He's been around for almost 30 years. Him finally getting his first Grammy, you can't be mad at that. A couple other ones I want to talk about. Best country duo group performance, Justin Bieber winning in the country performance is hilarious to me. I was not a fan of this song at all. 10,000 Hours, I hear it like almost every hour on the radio. And last but certainly not least, just when you think the Grammys couldn't be any more predictable, Best Contemporary Christian Music Album actually went to Kanye West for Jesus is King. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that a guy does like a 3-minute serenade about how much he loves Chick-fil-A and he gets a Grammy off of it? It's utterly ridiculous. It's just like at this point, the Grammys are just gonna Grammy, and that's what they do. Anyways, those are my reactions to the results. Tell me what you thought about the show. I didn't see the entire show. Didn't really talk about performances. Just wanted to talk about the awards. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Who you think deserved their awards? Who you think got snubbed? What did you think about Harry Styles' Boa? The important questions that need to be answered. YouTube recommends these 2 videos after you check out this one. Until next time, peace.